Hello, how are we doing? Yeah, so it's been a month. It's time for an update on my little project of how I'm getting on with coding and making games. So, as I thought, it's not been very easy. Lots of things got in the way, but let's not totally be negative at the start. Let's have a see. Bang my mic. What I've been doing. So, I need to have a look first because I can't remember. I did lots of bits. So, first of all, I had a little play around, and as you can see, made a little nice box, a cube in there, messed about with my camera, lights, not very exciting. So that was the first sort of lesson. And then check out my balls here. Wow, they're good, aren't they? 4 brick balls, but some are a bit matte, some are a bit shiny, and that was the sort of lesson there. Wrapping textures around different objects, and yeah, shiny stuff like that. So that's lovely and pretty. What next? Oh yeah, so I'm messing about here with different lights. You can see shadow as it moves around, so I can get different lighting effects going on in there. So lots of little lessons I'm learning. What else did I do, Hen? Okay, so then I looked at different cameras that you can put in, and you can either obviously have 2 different cameras, different points, and then I've got this split screen effect going on here. So if I did a 2-player game, you know how it splits down the middle. So learned how to do that. So that was pretty cool. And then to be honest, I had a bit of a, what's the word? A bit of a bad week really, because in that story then it was applying textures to things like grass and all these things, and from the book I couldn't get the files it was telling me to get, and that was just the one hurdle then because I couldn't find it. I was like, oh, I'll carry on reading. It was a pretty dry chapter, and you're like, oh, I just want to get through it. And then just loads of stuff happened, like say, and there was a kids party, getting presents ready, just stuff got in the way, and I lost sort of about a week. And I was like trying to come back to it. I must go back to it. But then the beauty and the purpose that I'm doing this, something happened going, oh my goodness, I better get my rear into gear, shall we say, because I've got to make this video in about another week to show people. So that was my thought. So I finally did get back on it, got past it, and then I used a logical thing. It only took me a couple of minutes, just go on the internet and find it, and I could find the exact files because other people had gone, oh, I'm using this book and I can't find the files, and I go, here they are. So that it was literally a 2-minute job. So that was quite good. So then I came up and made this lovely thing here, a lovely sand place. It was all about raising and lowered the land. I put a couple of trees in there, and then I got really excited because I'm geeking out because the water looks amazing, and that was really cool. And then the next step, well, that was even better to me because it was diving in and actually getting to move around your world, and you could use the keypad to move about and your mouse just like you would in any sort of 3D game. And I got really excited about this, and it was quite motivational to me. Thought it was really cool. You probably think that's not very exciting, but there you go. It was very exciting, so I could move around my world and everything. Cool. And then I jumped onto the next one, which was game number 1. And the idea was, it gave you all the files so you could quickly do it. The idea was you sort of had to go from one side of the island to the other side, avoiding all the little lakes or puddles, as you call them. Do it in the fastest time. And if you fell in them, it should reset and should then send you back to a spawn point. Didn't really work out from there. I just couldn't get it working, really. By the end of it, I just ended up in a hole. So that didn't really work. Even though I linked all the scripts and everything it told me to do. And I just had to colour in the land, but of course I'd missed those those lessons properly because I couldn't get the stuff before of how to paint. So I just thought, oh, I know what I'm doing, just painted it. Well, it looks great, but when you went into it, it looks awful. So it's something to look at, but I know from having done Photoshop and other stuff before, that's where you got to spend the time to make it look pretty and everything. So I'm not too fussed about that it looks awful. And I'm not too fussed, to be fair, that the games it works for, I'll try better on another game. It was just getting all the mechanics in there and linking all the scripts together that they provided for me. So I was quite happy with that. So I've got nothing exciting to show you, apart from this rubbish. But, you know, that was pretty cool. That was like hour 8, chapter 8, and it's an hour a chapter. So it's pretty much taking me 8 hours to do all that out of a month, which sounds terrible. Obviously, spend a bit longer on them as well. But, you know, it's a start. I've got somewhere, and the whole purpose of these videos is that I actually got off my butt. Oh, rude words. In case young people are watching, do apologise. Got off my rear and did something. So, in my mind, I'm really happy. Another plus and exciting thing is I have a group of colleagues that I used to work with in my last job, and we'd all talked about getting together to try and make a game, do something like this. And this has actually started to happen. We just had a little chat last Friday. It was our first meeting. We got together and we had a chat all about it, and we hammered out some ideas. So now, yes, we're trying to work. I'm working in a team now as well as doing my little thing here, learning it. I'm going to work in a team with some other people to try and design a game. And obviously my sort of role, because I want to do it, is learning the programming and sort of game design part. It's not the art. We've got an artist, so don't worry about the art. I wasn't fussed anyway because I'm not good, but we've got an artist person on that, so I can sort of push that aside a bit. So that'd be pretty cool, I think. So a couple of little projects going on there. So what's going to happen next month? But first of all, before I say that, I'd big thank you for people that have shown an interest for the last month and left me comments to motivate me. Really helpful. Please continue to do that. Write some comments down below if you feel so. All happy ones, hopefully. So what I'm going to work on next month, I'm going to carry on through the book. I've planned my time this time. I've got a little Google Calendar and tried to slot all my time in. I tried it for this week. It went completely wrong because I've been ill with this cold, nasty thing that's going around that everybody seems to got. So you'll have weeks like that. So that's not been ideal. But yeah, so I planned it all out. I planned about 10 hours, I think, for coding. For my little project. But now I've got this other project I'm going to be working on each week as well. So hopefully I should get 10 more chapters done, or at least 9. Some of them are great because I've started reading the next 2. We're all about scripting, and I did do a bit on this. It's going in my head because I've done a bit of it before. So hopefully I'll be able to show you something good and get most of a book done. Plus also, if the guys will let me that I'm working with, hopefully I can tell you a little about what we're making there. I already know the idea, but if we're moving along, I can give you an idea how that's going working as a team. So excellent. I've got my little solo thing, and I've got a little group thing. It's great. Also, I'll carry on doing my YouTube thing. I am going to do Twitch if you're interested in that as well. Go over to my Twitch channel, subscribe to this channel so you know when my videos come. And you can watch my weekly little retro videos if you enjoy them. But yeah, lots going on. So that's my task this time. Get another 10 hours, most of a book done. And hopefully a game that works to show you, I think. And then hopefully I've got some stuff from this other side project as well. Yeah, as well as doing, a full-time job, as everyone else is doing, and Twitch and YouTube. Do you know? Lots of fingers in lots of pies, but it's something to do, being positive. So I'll stop rambling now, but thank you very much for your support and for watching the video, and I'll make another one in a month. So I'll see you then.